Well, hello, guys. I was trying to get my little countdown to work, but for some reason it was stuck and it wouldn't work. Anyways, thank you for being here, you guys. Let me put that banner up with my information just in case somebody wants to contact me. All right. So, this is just going to be a short and sweet video about the eclipse we're having today. Let me make sure exactly what time it was. Um, it is at 1:55 Eastern time. So I'm not, if you're not on Eastern, I'm not, you'll have to check and see, okay? But I wanted to talk a little bit about it because the eclipse season is always the most climax or climatic, I guess is the word, um, and life changing, okay? Part of any time, okay? During the year. Um, so we're really being called to let go of things and shed our old skins and things that are like a divine intervention for us to be our true self, okay? Um, the solar eclipse is in Libra. This is the first eclipse in Libra in quite a while. This eclipse focuses on relationships and, well, I'm fixing to tell you all the things positive from it, okay? Before I go into that, because I know everybody's stressing over it and everybody's in that anxious energy, myself included. And, you know, it's how we handle it or how we prepare ourselves for it, okay? Um, but let me start with the fact that the eclipse is going to be focusing on a lot of relationships, whether it's romantic or friendships. It's our situationships, okay? Libra is a sign of relationships, and we can enter into new relationships during this time. We can form new partnerships during this time, new commitments, mend old commitments. Right now is when we can be more comfortable with commitment and want to commit ourselves to people and also things that we want to do. So you may find yourself being more drawn to, say, if you're out in the dating field and you've been dating a few people, you may be drawn to settle down, okay? As well as a project, okay? For instance, for example, I knew it was the eclipse, so I needed to go ahead and get this on as early as I could this morning. And so I've been looking at astrology charts since probably 4:30 this morning. I shit you not. But anyways, okay. Libra is also a sign of peace, okay? So this is going to bring us focus on bringing more peace into our life, and not only our life, but bringing peace into the world. You may find yourself more drawn to sort of like that might even be why I was drawn to a movie a couple nights ago, and it was based on a true story, and I love those movies. And it was on Netflix, and it was one of the top viewed that day. And it was I forgot what year it was, but it was way back when. And it was when the first African American male was hired onto the, I think it was Idaho's police department. But anyways, so he went undercover a lot, and he actually went undercover for the organization that wears white. Okay. But anyway, so that's what I'm saying. I was drawn to watch that, and have been compelled to, I don't know, I'm not sure what I'm going through specifically. Because I've told you guys, if you watch me, I've been dreaming a lot of like refugee camps and stuff. So I've been drawn more to watch things like that. Okay. And that's probably why, because we are in that energy. All right. Also, I can't help but want to giggle about this, because as I was sitting here writing this morning, Juniper had posted a comment that I happened to notice this morning. And she was talking about how it could be why me and Nubia had a fall this past week. Both of us ended up having a bad fall, because Libra is also a sign of balance. And that she's on to something. Well, anyways, we may want to give more attention to areas that we've not had as much time for. We can work to have better balanced outlooks and approaches. This will help keep us in peace and in a calm mind energy, okay? Also, I want to say with that, if you're going to struggle to have balance in your life, and you tend to put more energy into the work and not as much at home, or vice versa, I feel like you're going to find that happy medium during this time. Okay. All right. Now, the eclipse is going to conjunct with Mercury in Libra. Now, that means that it's going to be aligned with it. Okay. As well as squaring Pluto in Capricorn. And opposite of Chiron in Aries. The conjunction to Mercury is going to be what amplifies our mental energy, and it's going to help bring us new ideas that we're going to get excited about. For example, I knew that it was going to be the eclipse, so I wanted to hurry and get that on here this morning. Okay, so just things like, for an example. All right, so there can be good news with this eclipse, you guys. So let's not try to focus on all the stress from it and all the bad reputation, basically, okay? Right now is a good time where we can communicate in a more pleasant but diplomatic way with everybody. Now, this is a big but right here, but the square to Pluto, that's going to be a different story, okay? Pluto might challenge us with the areas we're struggling with. We may experience opposition to our plans, and we have to keep in mind that we have to keep compromise and not give in to the energy of Pluto. So this Chiron is going to make us more sensitive, basically, okay? And we're probably going to be hot-headed. So I'm trying to explain. Although Chiron can, or because of Pluto making us hot-headed, right? Chiron is bringing our sensitivity out, right? So we can kind of manipulate the energy instead of going into the darker energy of Pluto. We can be more mindful and be slower with our words and be more mindful of, like, let it play out. Okay, slow to react, basically. Okay, and that's what I was writing here. I wrote, it can make us more sensitive, so we really do have to be mindful of being more gracious and kind and pleasant in our communication instead of freaking out over this strong energetic change we're going to experience during the eclipse. We should all take time to meditate more, or set in our thoughts, or our power, whatever you guys call it, and remind ourselves to be slower to react, be more kind, to be patient, to be understanding, mindful of how we speak to others. If we all can work on this and stay in that sort of energy during this time of the eclipse, then we all have a greater potential for greater healing, okay? So when you catch yourself being a little shit, okay, and not having that gracious energy, you need to take a minute, okay, and remind yourself. I also, I wanted to say, Chiron, to me, whenever I see it, and see, I'm getting full body confirmation, that is also related to health, okay? And health as in something coming at you from left field, or something that is going to be out of control, I want to say. All right. So right now is not a good time to procrastinate any kind of health issues, okay? Or if you need to go to the doctor, make sure you get there. All right. I'm going to put up some TikToks and YouTube shorts on all the zodiac signs, but I am going to tell you guys, there are certain zodiac signs that are going to be more affected by this eclipse, okay? So if your sun sign or your moon sign, your north node or your south node, but especially your rising, okay? If you guys follow under Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn, those, I was seeing that those are the most likely the zodiacs to go through a big transformation, a big one during this time, okay? All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know this was out of left field, but I just wanted to talk a minute about the eclipse and kind of bring some positive light to it rather than sit here and tell you all the negative shit about it, you know? It's just how we can use that energy for our greater good, okay? So hopefully I've put it in words that that you guys can understand. I'm not an astrologer, but I do love it. I love it so much, and it's something I'm very passionate about. Okay, so it's just always been something that I was good at and that I enjoyed. But maybe I'm not so well at explaining it. Anyways, I try. So there's that. Okay. I'm hoping to start doing this during the moon phases as well. All right. That is, if you guys enjoy it. All right. Let me know in the comments. If it ain't really something you're into, then just say, hey, this kind of sucked. All right. Well, I will see you guys after a while. I will be going live. I would like to go live kind of early today, but we shall see, I guess. Anyways, y'all have a beautiful weekend, okay? Love one another. Be kind to one another. Stay safe. Bye.